back with another how-to video today, and today we're going to finish off the W220 S500 by changing the turn signal light on the side mirror. I'm also going to go over some several problems why this might not work, so don't change it right away, check these problems first. But anyway, let's begin. So to do this, we're going to need the following part. You're going to need the turn signal light for the side mirror. You can get this on eBay, I believe. I'll link up the part number in the description below. You can also get it at your Mercedes-Benz dealership, but it might be a little bit more expensive there, so I suggest looking on eBay first. You're going to need a flathead screwdriver. This is to take off the housing of the side mirror. And then you're also going to need you might need a set of pliers, and you'll see why during the video. Okay, to start, first we're going to need to take out this housing right here, the housing around the mirror. And to do this, you're going to need to depress the mirror right here. It's okay, you won't break it. Right here. To expose this top section right here. See right there. It's a little bit more exposed. There's an opening now. There you go. You can see inside there. There's a little gray portion right. There's a little slot right here that you need to put the flathead screwdriver in order to take out this housing. So let me do that real quick so you guys can see that. You're going to need two hands, so one pressing down on the latch that's holding the housing in place using the screwdriver, and then with your other hand you're going to pull the housing away from the car. It's going to need a little bit of strength here and there. There you go. And now you have the housing off. This was the point I was talking about right there. So with this point, after you move the side mirror away, you need to put your screwdriver in between the crack and press against this little thing right here. And then after you press it in, you can take the housing off. With some S-Classes, I've seen this thing on the bottom, like over here. So just make sure you keep an eye out for it. Alright, now that we have the housing here, all we need to do is just take off this light, which is pretty easy. So first what you want to do is unhook these wires, it's very simple. Just pulling them away from the clips. And then after, there's these two tabs right here holding the light in place, and these are the only two tabs you need to release. These gray portions right here. Let me see if I can get better lighting. There you go. These things right here. You just want to push these in to get the marker out. This might be a little bit difficult, so it's gonna need a little bit of strength to push these in to get it out. So see, I got this side out already, and now I just need to get this side out. So you see, if you can see that side's out already. Just need to get this side out. But there, see, now that I've got that, you can just easily take out the side marker, and the only thing left to do is to take out this thing right here, which is why you might need some pliers. Sometimes they get really stuck, especially if they're old, and you just want to wiggle that thing out of there until it comes out. Be very gentle. You don't want to break it. There you go. You might even be able just to do it with your hands. And there you go. Now we got the side mirror, side marker out. All that's left is to replace it with the other one. So make sure the light goes inside the housing first with the wire. Putting this section in first. Taking that wire out of the way. And then just clicking it back in place till you hear a click. And that's it. You're all done putting it back in. And now just to wiggle this light back in and clipping back these wires back in place. 3, and there you go. And that's it. Pretty pretty easy, and this thing's back on. Now we're gonna go over some problems why this might not work for you. It might not necessarily be the light itself, it might be the wires inside the side mirror, and we're gonna go over that right now. So with a lot of W220 S-Classes, they're known to have signal light problems right here, just because this mirror folds in and out. But what you want to do is check these wires right here. These wires are known to get cut because of how consistently these things, every time you put in park, they close in and out. So these wires tend to get cut. So what you want to do is, you can take this out very easily. What you want to do is follow these wires in. What I suggest doing is taking the mirror out. This thing, it just snaps off. So after releasing the clip right here, you can just easily take it out. Be mindful of the wire right there. So what you want to do, there's two of them actually, just wiggle them out until they come loose. There you go, this thing's out. And if you notice right here behind these things, so let me move these things out of the way, there's wires right here, and you can see one that's exposed because this is one that was cut already, just due to the amount of times this thing has been going back and forth. So what you want to do is unravel this. There's like a protective covering over the wires that keep them in place. So what I did here is I found a wire that was cut, and what I did is I stripped off his covering. So right here you notice like the copper wire is exposed when it should be covered in this kind of like a black covering right here. I took off that black covering and on both sides, and I just twisted the wire together and I covered it with electrical tape right here. But yeah, so just be mindful of those wires. Just make sure you check those first before interchanging your signal light. Just gotta cover this up again. That's it. Then to put the mirror back on, this is it is a bit tricky. It might take you several tries. These two prongs go on the bottom, but what you want to do is put these wires back on first. It's a bit tricky, not gonna lie. So there you go. Yeah, nice and easy, bruh. And then you're putting this, just putting it right next to each other. So you see this little tab right here? This tab is gonna go into this bigger tab right here, that thing. And then this is gonna go behind it. So that's it right there. That's all you need to do. And then the last part is just putting this back in place. What you want to make sure is that this point right here, this little thing, goes into this socket. So when you're putting it back in, just be mindful of that. And you want to hear a click because you're going to click the housing onto this thing. So it's putting it right on top. There you go. Hey guys, I hope this video was helpful to you guys. If it was, please consider subscribing if you want to see more videos like this in the future, as well as my car vlogs. And also be sure to comment down below if there's anything I missed, any concerns that you have, and questions regarding the side mirror or anything about this W220. I've worked on these cars for a couple of years now. My uncle is actually a Mercedes mechanic, and he's taught me kind of like how to do oil changes and like how to interchange parts here and there. You know, and I love kind of getting my hands like a little bit dirty. Not too dirty right now, but you know, I like messing around with the cars a lot. And also be sure to like the video if you like what you saw, or dislike it if it wasn't what you kind of expected out of the video. But anyways, thanks for watching guys, and I hope this was really helpful to you guys. So anyways, see you next time.